hello, look, it's interesting.
Half chain, half leather.
Yeah.
A pawnbroker's trade
They don't make the money that they were making.
Okay.
depends entirely on the value of assets.
With so many things in the marketplace, fashions, trends and styles change, so it's difficult.
Something could be very, very fashionable now, but in 18 months' time, that item might not be as desirable.
This is the chess set.
Customers can either borrow money against their valuables,
Obviously, your interest rates are higher than your high street bank or your credit card.
or sell them outright.
I was thinking around kind of 2,000 price.
It's worth £20,000.
What the hell? Oh, it's so much.
But working out a price isn't always straightforward.
We want to take home about £15,000.
I've had an expert in to look at it. They said 5.
It's really important that you can look into the future and guess what's going to be popular and what's not, because if you're stuck with something that no one wants anymore, you've made a massive mistake. This bronze dog used to be owned by King Farouk of Egypt. I mean, I'm intrigued by that.
From his office in Sheffield,
Potentially, this could be worth a fortune.
pawnbroker Dan Hatfield is always on the lookout for a lucrative deal.
The vast majority of the time, you see watches, you see gold, you see diamonds. But sometimes you get something completely different. Would you have one of these made in your dog's image?
Yeah.
But unique assets don't always mean high profit margins.
There's lots of weird and wonderful things I've bought and sold, but we've got to work out what trends are going to be coming about. And that's one of the biggest skills as a pawnbroker.
Today, Dan is travelling 200 miles south to follow up on an inquiry about an intriguing-sounding asset in Essex.
I'm on my way to see a guy called Andy. He contacted me, and we're talking about an item that's worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. And if something is worth that much, the potential for a decent profit margin is there. Oh, wow.
Sales of houseboats have soared in the last year,
Ahoy.
with the pandemic driving up demand from those seeking a change in lifestyle.
It's like walking a gangplank. I've never done a deal like this before, you know, I've never even considered anything like this. Hello, Andy.
Hi, Dan.
Nice to meet you.
And you, come through, mate.
Thank you. Wow. I mean, it's so big inside.
Yeah. It's a fantastic location, right on the water. It's a real feature thing just to be able to sit and look out there with a nice glass of wine.
Yeah, fantastic.
Summer's day.
Businessman Andy has been living on the houseboat with his fiancée for 1.5 years.
I'm a little bit of the, you know, the boy's done well, really. I worked in the city. I've always been wheeling and dealing, docking and diving, earning good money.
I love it.
But I've got to a point in my life where it's not what makes me tick.
So this is the kitchen.
Yeah. Traditionally, it's called a galley on a boat.
Yeah.
But then a galley, you don't have dishwashers. You certainly don't have
The double American
fridge freezer.
It's so well put together. I mean, it looks beautiful.
It's the most unique houseboat you've ever seen.
I thought it was just one living room.
The build quality, the design, from the oak flooring to the cinema room. So much thought and detail has gone into everything. Off the cinema room, you have a master bedroom.
This is great.
That's the ensuite from the master.
I was expecting a little portable shower, but this is massive. I'm thinking I want to live here myself, Andy.
Well, you can't move in till you bought it.
I don't understand why you want to sell it.
I'll have a tear in my eye when I leave. But life's about adventures. We now want to sell it and go on to the next chapter, the next adventure. We need the money so we can open a new family business in Spain, a retreat, a holiday getaway, off the beaten track, sort of a peaceful way of living. And I think it'll enable us to have more quality time together.
Having found the ideal property in Spain, Andy now needs a quick sale on the houseboat.
So I've got a few documents for you to have a look through. One of them is a structural survey. And their valuation, 500,000.
Have you tried to sell this already? What's happened so far?
So it's on with estate agents at 450.
Right.
It's on social media. We're getting really good responses, but you can't get a mortgage on a boat like this. You've got to have the cash. The problem then comes into, you know, talking to people who have got that sort of money in the bank, which hopefully you can help us with.
Yep.
That's why we want a quick deal, get in, get out.
Yeah.
Get on to Spain.
Yeah. It's not a diamond, it's not a car, it's not, you know, a watch, it's a houseboat. But it's just such an unusual asset. I need to find someone with a shed load of cash.
In London's exclusive borough of Westminster,
No complaints with Wetherspoon's breakfast. I'm an expert. 2 sausages, bacon, 3 hash browns.
Yeah?
Suttons and Robertsons deal in high-value and often rare assets.
It's about 5 or 6 quid.
That's nothing, is it?
I think it might crack for a burger about midday, but...
The sort of things that people were pawning, if you went back to Victorian times, you're talking about your suit and your curtains. Oh, that's very nice. Nowadays, you are talking fine wine collections, fine art and antiques.
It's quite exciting, really. You're seeing beautiful things that happen to be worth large sums of money that a lot of people just would never get to see.
It's Tuesday morning.
We've got a lady coming in with some oil paintings.
Right, OK.
It's a pair, that's all I know, 2 of the same artist.
Nina is a fashion designer with her own high-end boutique.
I have everything from couture, bridal, dog wear, jewellery, shoes.
Hi, Nina.
Hi, how are you?
Please come in.
It's only VIP from top to top. Of course it's glamorous.
So when did you acquire these 2 paintings?
So I went to one of their art exhibitions in Mayfair 10 years ago. The artists are a Russian couple.
OK.
And yeah, I think just the combination of them painting these pieces together is kind of what makes it extraordinary.
Husband and wife Elena and Michel Gran are rare in the art world. Painting together on the same canvas, they are still producing work in their 70s.
Yeah, I like the cards. They're sort of worn, almost antique. OK, so was this the purchase price?
Yes. So each one of them were 22,500.
OK.
When I purchased it 10 years ago.
Are you looking to sell them? Are you looking to borrow money against them? What would you like?
Just to sell them. A lot of things have changed in 2020. Looking at kind of how fashion is, you know, the stores on the street today, it's kind of closing down, and I think more and more is going to be purchased online. I want to spend the money on having more of an online presence.
Like Nina, more than 85,000 business owners have been forced to launch online shops as a result of the pandemic.
Which one do you prefer?
I'd probably say I like the cards.
You're a gambler. Okay, that's nice.
Do you have a figure in mind?
I wouldn't be looking at anything less than 25, 30.
I'm going to need to get these independently valued, and then hopefully we can come back to you with a price.
I look forward to hearing from you.
OK, fantastic. Take care now.
See you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
I'm not looking to kind of let them go for any less than I paid already. And it looks like it could be a good investment.
You know, just because they're not household names, that doesn't mean they can't be worth something. Just never know.
Britain's pawnbrokers trade in almost anything from designer handbags to fine art. In London, pawnbroker Ray has called in contemporary art specialist Peter Gagliardi.
Hi, Ray, how are you?
Yeah, very good, Peter. How are
to
you?
value some Russian artwork.
Have a look at this. A client is interested in selling. Obviously, it's difficult times at the moment, and they'd be interested to understand more about, you know, what's happening in the market.
If Ray is going to buy the paintings, he needs to be absolutely certain he can sell them on for a profit.
You know, are they desirable?
Yeah, they're really nicely painted. Really stunning artworks.
Oh, OK. How well known are these artists?
I'm familiar with this artist, Eleanor and Michel Gran. They paint together on artworks.
OK.
They've been sold in, you know, Mayfair galleries, in America, all around Europe.
Right.
They have a good standing, and these are top end. These are fantastic paintings.
OK, well, that's good to know.
But, you know, as is always the case, the quality of an artwork often has very little to do with the value of an artwork.
Right. So what's the market looking like for sort of pieces like this?
Well, the thing is, you know, this is a living artist, and with any living artist, it can be very, very difficult to have strong growth.
The most expensive piece sold at auction by a current living artist is Jeff Koons' Rabbit, fetching $91 million. But it's a rarity for contemporary art prices to reach those levels.
What idea do you have? What are they looking for?
Well, I know that she paid £22,500 each 10 years ago in a Mayfair gallery, and she'd expect after 10 years that the prices would have grown.
In regards to investment, I would say that these artworks are artworks that you buy for pleasure more than for an actual value that they hold in themselves.
Right.
If the artworks were to go into auction, chances are, in this moment, they would reach much less than what she's looking for. That doesn't necessarily mean that the artist won't raise in value or won't become more valuable with time.
Interesting. Yeah, that's very true. That's excellent, Peter.
Always
Thank
a
you so
pleasure.
much. Really, really helpful. Thank you.
Until next time.
Cheers. These are the sort of pieces that people buy because they like them. They're not investment pieces. So I don't know if there's enough in it to really make it worth my while.
High-end fashion designer Nina is hoping for a profitable return on her pair of paintings.
Hi, Nina. How are you?
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah,
got
definitely.
some interesting news for you.
Okay.
The works themselves were fantastic. You know, the level of expertise and skill that went into those works was astounding. The hard part is that these pieces aren't what you might consider collector's pieces. They are down to personal taste. You like them, you buy them. They're those kinds of artists. What we've found is, in the auction world, unfortunately, the piece that we saw sell last year, which was a similar size, a little bit smaller, only sold for £1,600.
Oh,
so
wow.
a very low number.
Okay.
We also started to look at the gallery world. I spoke to a colleague of mine,
Okay.
and he said he'd probably sell them for £6,000 to £7,000 each, which is obviously a long way away from what you paid for them.
Yeah.
It's not great news, I understand, and unfortunately for us, it's not something that, you know, we would buy.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the feedback, and then, you know, it's always good to know where you stand, and
Maybe in another 5 years, those pieces will become more desirable and more collectible.
hopefully, coming up in a year or two, you see where it goes.
I think that's the best advice.
Yeah. It would have been great to have someone being interested in the paintings, but, you know, it's a matter of taste. Obviously, there will be other collectors of these paintings. So we'll see.
Okay. The pieces she's got are worth money, but they're just not the commercial value that she anticipated. Potentially, they will be worth something more in the future.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
On the southeast coast, Dan is back to see Andy, who wants to start a new life abroad.
Found the perfect property, and it's important to get out to Spain as soon as we can and start building this new business out there. I want the deal to happen, and I want it to happen as soon as possible.
Wanting a quick sale on his houseboat, Andy has made a big decision to attract more buyers.
When I originally came to see Andy, he wanted £450,000 for the houseboat. We had a telephone conversation. He's dropped that to £350,000. It's a big drop, but I think that's reflective of the fact that he wants to start his new life in Spain as quickly as possible. Hello, Andy, how are you?
Yeah, good, come through.
So we could potentially have a deal. So I received an offer, which I think is credible.
Yeah.
I think it's strong, and I need to first of all qualify Would it just be the shell of the boat, or would you include the furniture?
Depending on what the offer is.
Right.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, everything's open to negotiation.
My client has said for the boat and the furniture, he'd be looking at £325,000.
Wow. It's not a bad opening offer, is it?
I think it's really decent.
Yeah, it's a good, credible offer. We are close.
I talk to a lot of people within the industry who know about houseboats.
Yeah.
I believe 325 is a strong offer.
Yeah, I'm not saying no. I never say no to anything. I'll have a chat with Jane tonight. We need to sort of sleep on it, have a little think. It may be a yes, and I'll give you a call and we'll go from there.
All right. I'm looking forward to hearing what you and Jane say. Don't leave it too long.
Although I'm the captain of the boat, I still have to ask the first mate. You know, I think it's a fair deal. It's a fair offer. Quite excited by it. So, yeah, seriously considering it. Cash is king. If we get a deal done, would mean the Spanish Dream is just round the corner.
I always want to finalise a deal as quickly as possible, but it's only natural for someone to have a little bit of time to pause, reflect, and then get back to me. We're not going to get the deal today, but I have got a feeling that he'll accept my offer, and I know we're going to get that houseboat sold.
"230 miles north, in well-to-do Wilmslow,
What size stone was the emerald cut? Really nice.
Kathy has recently set up a new pawnbrokers to tap into the wealthy local clientele.
That's clever, that's nice. That's a really nice stone. There's a lot of old money in Wilmslow. There's pockets of little villages in this area with a lot of old antiques, paintings, some beautiful watches and beautiful jewellery.
What does he want the 100,000 on, do you know?
There's times when these assets are being used to release some quick funds for the families or the children. So, you know, asset-rich, cash-poor clients.
Kathy's next customer...
Hello, Martin. I have an appointment at 1:30.
Hi, Martin. How you doing?
Oh, hi.
...is security consultant and dad of 3, Martin.
I've got a couple of bits I think you might be interested in.
Right.
Got some gold in my pocket.
You often walk around with gold in your pocket.
Well, I didn't want to telegraph it. So if I start off with the Krugerrands, and then we have some sovereigns,
Nice collection.
and then we have a small 100-gram gold bar.
One you made earlier.
Yeah, I think the paint's still wet.
Nice, really nice.
I certainly saw gold as a wise investment, and these are difficult times. I'm concerned what my children will do. My middle daughter's just finished university, completely the wrong time as far as jobs go. So now is the best time to safeguard my children's future.
Martin has another asset he's decided to part with.
It's your watch. Wow.
A Rolex Daytona that he bought for £20,000.
Gorgeous, isn't it, huh?
The Daytona is one of Rolex's greatest successes. The value of certain models has almost doubled in the last 3 years.
I've always wanted one. I bought it 3 years ago, but I've never worn it. I was always frightened of scratching it.
So nice.
The gold and the Rolex together, I would imagine somewhere between £40,000 to £50,000. And hopefully I'll get more than I paid for them.
Right, so I'll whiz upstairs and I'll get you a price for your gold.
Thank you.
Historically, the price of gold is strong in times of recession. It peaked last year, rising 30%.
We are seeing more gold being bought in because people are taking advantage of selling gold in this current climate at the moment.
Before Kathy prices up Martin's gold, she needs to check it's real.
A lot of these gold bars, they can be filled with like lead. So the X-ray machine will determine that it's gold all the way through and it's not just coated with maybe 4 or 5 layers. We get this wrong. That is a lot of money to get wrong. It's pure gold all the way through.
To calculate the value, Kathy needs to weigh each piece.
It weighs 100.03.
And check the daily index price with her gold traders in London.
They will give me the current live price of gold at this exact moment, the now price.
The sovereign, the 8 of them, it's £2,784.56.
Yep.
I've worked all my life to have these pieces. I've never dreamed that I would be in a position to buy the watch or own gold. And now I'm going to part with them. And it's a very strange feeling. Hopefully, they'll offer top prices.
Across the country, thousands of Brits are visiting pawnbrokers, hoping to turn their assets into cash. In Cheshire, Martin is hoping to get at least £40,000 for his gold collection and Rolex watch.
Nice one here for you, Stu.
Kathy's consulting her business partner, Stuart, to get an accurate price on the watch.
Rolex Daytona, it's just so sought after. There's so few of them about.
Right.
Everyone wants them. It's totally genuine. It's absolutely perfect. Do you know what? I bet it won't be here a week.
Rolex factories shut down during the pandemic, and with demand outweighing supply, prices surged.
On the watch, we'd be happy to pay on 26,000.
Do you personally think that that's a good deal?
Do you know what, Martin? We take a risk on this as well. It's a good price. So, for the gold, the last 2 months, gold's gone up £300 an ounce. It's historically the highest it's ever been. So, we'll pay 15,000. If we can agree a deal, you're definitely selling at the right time.
So the total offer's 41,000.
Yep.
The figure that you've told me is in the realms of where I wanted it to be.
Right.
I'm glad that it's reached my bottom level and it's up. So let's get the deal done. Perfect.
Great. Like a glass of champagne or a beer?
A small glass of champagne would be lovely. Thank you very much.
By cashing in his assets at the right time, Martin has made a 30% return on the watch in 3 years.
What are you going to do with the money, Martin?
It's for my children. You know, if it helps them and they need it, you know, it's there.
Bank of Dad.
Aren't we all?
Does it ever stop?
No. I'm surprised at what a good investment, you know, I actually managed to do with the watch. All in all, it was a good deal. Although I'm not telling them that.
Morning, morning, morning.
Morning.
Wakey, wakey, hands off shaky. Right, boys, stand by your beds, stand by your beds.
It's the beginning of a new week for pawnbroker John Freeze in the home county of Surrey.
There you go, me old cockle.
What, thank you, sugar in there, yeah?
Oh, of course. To be a good pawnbroker, I think the first thing you need is empathy. You've got to be able to relate in some way to the customer, but then you also need to know how to negotiate and understand the nuances of a deal. Hello. Good morning, Jazz. This is John Freeze.
John's received an inquiry.
It's a Porsche 1964.
Yep.
From a potential new client.
The Alfa Romeo, it's from 1974.
1974. Nice colour.
Like all pawnbrokers, if the assets sound attractive enough,
Go now, then.
John will travel.
Nice round here, isn't it? Classic cars suit my market, because I don't just deal and trade in prestige watches. The vintage market, it's a smaller market, but the people you're selling to pay for originality. So I could make a profit on it. All right, let's go and make some money. Jazz?
Yes.
Jazz, how are you? You all right?
Yeah,
Thanks very much for calling me. Lovely cars.
Oh, thank you.
Quality, quality. Do you want to tell me a bit about them?
This is a 1974 Alfa Romeo GT Junior, and I paid a little over £18,000 for it. It was as a 1600. Now it's got a 2-litre engine in it.
I think we should hear the old girls sing, don't you?
It's got such power, it's incredible. Every time I turn it on, the hair on the back of my head just stands up, even through my turban.
Alfa Romeo won the first ever Formula One championship in 1950. The most expensive model sold for a staggering £15 million in 2016.
It is a thing of beauty. The Porsche is nice, isn't it? This is a lovely thing, isn't it? I mean, this is breathtakingly beautiful.
Yeah, I paid a little over £50,000 for it.
The iconic 356 is the model that propelled Porsche into the supercar market, and with only 76,000 made, they're still highly sought after.
Whenever I've been in town, 3 times, American guys have pulled me up and offered me their missus. Would you mind exchanging my missus for him? I'd be totally sad to let these go. But I'm having to sell them purely because I'm looking to get my fashion brand up and running again. That will need some investment.
So, where do you see the value on the Porsche?
For the Porsche, between 80 and 100.
Yeah, OK. The Alfa's certainly a special little car, isn't it? What are you looking for?
This one, minimum 40.
All right.
I thought, someone like yourself, or might know someone who's passionate about these sort of things.
Well, let's see if we can work some magic. Wow, what lovely cars. I think that the value seems a little strong, but, it might be the right money. I don't know. I'm not a valuer.
John has called in car dealer Neil Cruikshank for an expert opinion.
Right, Neil.
Good to see you.
And yourself, and yourself?
You well?
Well, every day's a blessing, as they say.
These are great little cars, and they make a great noise, drive really beautifully, just fun. Lots of fun. It's got a bit of cracking on the interior trim, and some of the chrome could do with a little bit of work. He hasn't done any cosmetics. The badge got cracks in it.
So, Neil, the client sees it 40.
I don't think so. To get 40, it's going to have to be perfect, so beyond fault. And this mechanically looks pretty sound, but it does need quite a lot of bodywork doing to it, and the bodywork is expensive.
But as is?
As is, I think, 22, 23, 24 grand, something like that.
Porsche, though, is a different matter.
It's a nice car, that's for sure.
It is a lovely car.
The C was the last of the 356s, so they're actually the nicest to drive. So they've got disc brakes, they stop properly. It is a really nice car, the C. I really like them.
So, the client sees it 80 to 100.
It's a nice, presentable car. But there is this thing in classic cars, just because you spend money on a car, you don't get that back. People think that they can build themselves a fortune. Actually, it's really difficult.
Where do you see it today?
I think if you had to buy it and make yourself a bit of money, you've got to be buying it for less than 50 grand, Tom.
Thanks very much. It is disappointing, but at the same time, you've got to appreciate that somebody might buy it with their heart and not their head. So sometimes the valuations don't always stack up. You can put things out for more money in the marketplace, and if someone really wants it, they will buy it.
Having received a valuation much lower than Jaswinder was hoping for.
All right, I'll just need to come back to you and see what we can do.
No problems.
I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
John now has to find a classic car enthusiast willing to pay a premium price. 140 miles north.
Hi, is that Brian? Yes. Brian, how are you doing? It's Dan Hatfield.
Dan is arranging a home visit with a potential new client.
And so you've got quite a few assets that you want to sell?
Yes, we've got some watches and handbags, variety of things.
So we'll have a look around and let's see if we can't put together a cracking deal.
All right, Dan, look forward to seeing you. You know how to get here. Head off on the A52.
I'll find you, don't you worry.
It's easy.
Great, take care, bye-bye.
In homes across the country, Brits are sitting on billions of pounds worth of assets. 79-year-old Brian and Marlene have built up an extensive collection of designer fashion goods over the years.
I mean, shoes and handbags. Have you seen anything like it in your life?
My favourite of all is Chanel. Necklace is Chanel, my earrings are my favourite. My bracelet, Chanel. My shoes, Chanel. My watch, oh no, that's Rolex.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Dan.
How are you?
Fine, how are
After 15 years of living the high life in America, the couple returned to be near family 5 years ago.
We lived in Houston for 12 years and Scottsdale for nearly 3.
What were you doing over there?
I was doing all the construction, engineering, operations worldwide for a huge energy company out there.
So you were doing the work, Marlene. Were you enjoying the shopping? I knew you were going shopping.
Yeah.
It was wonderful living in Houston. How the other half lives. President Bush lived not far from us. It was just fantastic.
You've had these items for ages now. Why have you decided just to get rid?
We just thought we'd have a big clear out.
Yep.
And what we're going to do is set it into a trust fund for my granddaughter.
Fantastic.
Granddaughter's my life. Marlene thinks my daughter can get anything out of me. My granddaughter can definitely get anything out of me. She only has to smile. So anything you can put together to help her. She might want the first car or go to university. We may not be here to see that, but just want her to be comfortable. We both love her so much.
Give me a basic rundown of the stuff that you want to sell.
We've got handbags, and then I've got 3 watches that I want to sell as of today. I think I might get rid of some more later, but a bit sentimental when you've had them for a long time.
Let's have a look at this one.
A pre-owned Ulis Norden.
It's beautiful, that one.
It's beautiful.
I like
and I do love the skeleton work.
I like that,
lovely,
actually.
yeah.
You selling that?
Mm-hmm. This is
an Amiga.
It's a limited edition Apollo 15.
OK.
It's 35th anniversary.
Lovely. And then we've got a final one.
A GST perpetual calendar.
Nice.
In titanium.
That's a beauty. I just find the International Watch Company an interesting brand because if you know about watches and you know about movements, it's the watch that you want because the movement is so precise. Yeah. Do you remember how much this cost at the time?
I bought it in 2000. It cost me £11,000.
What are you expecting for this one?
20.
I don't know.
Did you say 20,000 then, Marlene?
I could buy another handbag.
When I first bought the watches, it would be about £22,000 for the 3 watches. They are a little bit special, you know, like the limited edition one isn't made anymore. I honestly don't know what the value is or where to go to sell an expensive watch. I have no clue. To sell them through a pawnbroker, I think it's the best chance of getting the best deal. You know, we've got to wait and see.
In addition to Brian's watches, Marlene's hoping for a good return on her designer bag collection.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 8 bags.
Well, he's into watches. I've got a real addiction about handbags. I've got a very expensive taste.
Westwood.
That's limited edition.
This one? That's lovely, isn't it?
That should go for 1,500.
You not use that very often?
Never.
No, none of them very often. We've got lots of things that we don't need anymore, so...
We don't do things like we used to do in America.
No, we don't,
do we?
No.
So, might as well let them go. So make somebody else happy.
Right, I'm going to have to take it all away.
Yep.
And get it valued, is that all right?
That's fine.
Right, I better get it loaded up then. Cheers, guys. Brian and Marlene, they do want to get their affairs in order. They do want to make sure that their assets are liquidated quickly. But they don't just want to let things go willy-nilly. They want the best price possible. And I almost feel like this is a little bit of an initiation test right now, you know. If I get a good deal on their assets, then I might be invited back to try and sell the rest of it.
To help Dan work out the resale price of the bags and watches, he's heading to London to have them valued.
Hello.
Hello.
When it comes to handbags and watches,
Lots of guys.
Dan's go-to experts are Charlie and Josh.
I think I know what this is from the box. I think it's a GST, a calendar. Yeah, it is. Nice, very nice. And it looks in lovely condition. So IWC are not as mainstream as your big names, but they made great things. I mean, they were the best pocket watchmakers, arguably, of the sort of early 1900s.
Is it desirable?
In IWC circles, it's one of the more collectible watches, especially this model, because it didn't have a very long production run. They made fewer in titanium, I think, because they were a bit harder to produce.
Does that mean it is more collectible than the gold? And
exactly.
Right, OK.
In collector circles, if you want the full set, these would probably be the harder ones to come by.
OK, right.
Whilst Rolex are one of the best brands to invest in, watches by Ulysses Nardin and IWC are seen as the connoisseur's choice.
Wow, that is nice. Ulysses Nardin, it's a really sort of heritage Swiss watch brand. 18 karat rose gold, beautiful, really heavy piece. You feel that?
Oh my gosh, it is. The quality is incredible.
Beautiful movement as well. Again, not a massive production run, so this is number 310. Out of all of them,
yeah,
I'd want this.
Okay. Let's move on.
Okay, bag time, my favourite. So, with something like this Westwood, so although this probably would have cost a significant amount when it was bought, maybe around £400 or £500, because of the amount of these that were made and sold, we're probably talking £100 for this one.
That's a big drop, isn't it?
It is. It's just because you can see inside here, made in Italy, so factories making large volumes of handbags. So they're mass producing, and it really did bring the value of them down.
Right.
This Gucci here, I mean, this bag would have been extremely expensive, yeah. 2,500, something like that, maybe more. I might buy that for 150.
Really?
This is fantastic quality and nice leather, but it's really all about the fashionability of the bag.
Marlene's not going to be happy.
She's not going to be happy.
$1
I
for
reckon
it?
she paid $5,000 for this collection.
Wow. So it's worth more or less 20% of what she paid.
Yeah, absolutely. Generally, if I was going to invest in something, I would buy a watch, not a handbag.
Well, thanks, guys. As always, you've been invaluable.
You're welcome as ever, buddy.
Anytime.
On the one hand, I'm pleasantly surprised by the watches. The bags, on the other hand, I mean, disappointing resale values. Can I get a deal done? I don't know, because the items that Marlene owns are so low, I don't know if it's going to put into jeopardy a potential deal with Brian.
I just need something. I'm really hungry.
It's midday at John Freeze's pawnbrokers.
Thing is, right, I might have a sausage, just a sausage.
I think I might go just plain and simple bacon sandwich.
So I might have an egg sandwich with a sausage on the side.
Come on, James, chop chop. I'm starving here.
Today, John has an appointment with Jaswinder, who is hoping to sell his 2 vintage cars.
You know, he's a really nice fella, and they are nice cars. He's just overvaluing them.
After years of rising prices, the classic car market has cooled recently due to a drop in demand and the pandemic.
I spoke to 2, 3, 4 different people, but with COVID now, you've got lockdown. No one out there buying cars, and they find it really difficult out there, and stock's not moving. With people not travelling about to have a look at anything, it's hard.
Jaswinder wants £40,000 for his Alfa Romeo and £80,000 for his Porsche to invest into his fashion business.
Today, I'm aiming to get a buyer for the car. I hope John's got a couple of people lined up. If he has, you know, it's a goer.
Morning, John. Just me old shiner. Come to see me today to talk about the cars.
Yes.
Right. Unfortunately, right, it's tough out there. It's hard. Just can't get where you want to be with the cars. I had some interest. I had a couple of people that were interested. But the bids were lower. You know, I think on the Porsche were 35, 40,000. On the, yeah, I know, it was a bit of a hit. But, you know, they want to spend money on it. And on the Alfa, we were at kind of the 15 mark, really.
Oh, okay.
Again, which I know is not what you want to take.
Right.
I've got contacts overseas, but with all the things, with travel and all the rest, it's hard to make it happen. You know, so that side of it is kind of like ground to a halt. People can't show you can't go on test drives. The market's just a quiet market. Not the best news, I'm sorry.
Such a shame.
But I would be prepared to offer you a loan against it.
Right. What sort of loan?
I'd lend you 20,000 against both cars for 6 months. And they'd have to be stored with me.
For the moment, I won't be looking at that. I'd rather use the cars than to borrow 20 grand against them.
The offer is there for you if you acquire it, you know?
No, I mean, the car's a head turner, but such a shame that, you know, where we're at, it's just not happening.
So maybe later in the year?
Yep.
You know, we could do something.
You know,
listen,
after the
listen,
lockdown.
I'm always on the phone. We can always pick up the phone and have a chat with me, you know, even if you're bored.
Okay.
Hello, John. You all right, mate? All right, lovely.
Thanks, John.
The old, the old bumpy.
There we go.
The simple facts are, dealers out there saying they haven't got people coming to the forecourts, they can't sell. I'm not going to put the money into a car that's going to sit there for 9 months, a year, maybe even longer to try and achieve the money he wants, so I can't do it.
You know, c'est la vie, such as life. These cars are very, very rare. These are in demand. So let's see what happens once the pandemic's over, hopefully.
Dan's on his way back to Marlene and Brian's house.
Providing I get a good deal done today, I could be their go-to man when they want to sell all their items in later years. I'm a little bit nervous. They've spent a lot of money on these items and they want that money back.
They're hoping the 3 watches and 8 designer bags he's valued will be enough to set up a trust fund for their only grandchild.
We're excited at seeing him. We just don't quite know what to expect in terms of the valuations. That's going to be interesting.
If he offered me 5,000 to 6,000, all the bags, I think that would be fair.
Hello, Brian.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Do you mind if I come in?
Yeah, come in, absolutely, come in.
Thank you. As you probably know, the markets at the moment, very strange.
Yeah.
I've had to just try and get the best deal that I possibly can. So let's start with the bags.
Go on then.
So the Westwood. So I've gone to one of the best bag experts in the UK.
Okay.
She is saying for the Westwood about 100.
You're joking.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
100?
Yeah. Let's move on. So, the Gucci. This is a bit of a classic, isn't it?
Everybody loves that.
This Gucci, that would be 250.
Oh my gosh. They're 2,000 something to buy.
I know, but it is second-hand. Right. How much do you reckon?
I should get 1,000 for that. Dan, I have to.
150.
You're joking. 150 for that?
It's up to you.
I got this vision of what I'm getting from my bags. It's completely been crushed.
It's just the markets. Bags go in and out of fashion.
Yeah.
So for all the bags, we're looking at 1,065. It's always up to you guys if you want to do the deal or not.
Right, right.
I've lost on all of them, but I don't use them.
No.
You got a deal.
Deal. So should we go to the watches?
Yes. You won't see many Uly's Norden watches.
It's a watch lover's watch.
Yes, that's right, yes.
So would you think I would be reasonable offering 5,000 for it?
I mean, I'd snap your hand off at 6, for sure.
So what about if we went halfway at 5.5?
Okay, that's fine.
And now we've got the Omega.
I'd take 5 for that.
I could do 4,750.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's a deal.
Right, so that is 2.
Yeah.
Right, so the IWC.
Yeah.
I'd be looking to offer 7,000.
7,250. You got a deal.
7,250?
Yep.
So 17,500 for the watches.
I think that's a good price.
Deal?
That's a deal. I'm happy with that. Thank you very much.
Brian and Marlene have agreed to sell 3 watches and 7 luxury handbags for the grand total of £18,565.
See you later, guys.
Bye, Dan. Thank you.
All right, Dan. Thank you.
I've overpaid on some of those items. I know I have. And in the end, you know what? I know that those two are really happy with the deal I've put together. And I don't think this is the last I've heard from this couple.
I'm disappointed with some of the prices, yes. But do I want them back in the cupboards? I don't. I'm glad they've gone.
We've got a bit more stuff to declutter. And I think Dan will be the right person to do that for us.